Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another videos. These are the paid requests. It's time for James, a different kind of James. There's a lot of different Jameses requesting different stuff. So, to the James requested this, thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, whatever it may be, topic, reaction, review, re-review, commentary, movie review, randomness, tier list, video game, let's try, playthrough, whatever. PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, James wanted me to look into 3,000 Miles to Graceland, a commentary, which I remember not being a fan of this movie, although it had a good cast. It's not the worst movie ever, but I thought a lot of the cast was wasted. Now, I do have subtitles on, and I apologize for the fan in the background, but it's just so hot here in Texas. I kind of need it for movies. If I don't sit and watch something for like 2 hours and such, so bear with me on that. But I'm paused at the beginning. At least it's a short film. I forgot how short it is. So 3, 2, 1, pressing play. 3,000 Miles to Graceland. I do remember getting this on DVD. I did not see it in a theater. I'm being hyped for it because I didn't mind the trailer. Great use of Viva Las Vegas by, I think, ZZ Top's version. They have that more rock. It's Elvis's voice, but that's more of that ZZ Top rock to it. So, and like, wow, Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner, and you got Christian Slater and David Arquette, and wow, you got all these people here. Well, most of those people die in the first 30 minutes of the movie. Because the way the movie sets it up as if it's going to be a build-up to this heist. And then the last 30, 40 minutes is going to be this heist. The ups and downs and what went wrong. But it does the heist first. And then it's kind of like, That's why usually, not all the time, but usually you want to do that reverse, have the heist last. Now this guy Lichtenstein licked my ass, licked the balls. I don't know what else he's done. Probably not much of anything, because this film bombed. And there's another weird thing. Like, okay, I'm watching a Kurt Russell Kevin Costner fight. Movie. And now I'm watching a CGI video game scorpion death battle, where they look like robots. And like two scorpions going back and forth, looking like video game robots. Like, what the hell is this? It's different. It's stylish. I'll say that. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like Kevin Costner and Kurt Russell fighting each other. I guess as a sense of superiority. I guess I could assume. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. Because they don't really have a knockdown, drag out fight like this. It's just, again, it's literally red-eyed, like alien robot scorpions. I mean, what the hell's going on here? So one got stabbed, but he says, piss on your tail. I'm going to use your own tail to stab you in the head. And those scorpions doing the V for victory. And they just run over. So, all that for nothing. I'd be like, no, watch out for these alien scorpions invading the Earth. So now we have the man, Kurt Russell. Again, it's not the worst movie ever. I mean, you got Kurt Russell. I mean, Kevin Costner. It's a short film. So it's one of those films that... Oh, I guess that scorpion didn't die. There you go. Where's his red eyes? Watch it, kid. That's an alien. What the hell is this kid doing? Stealing stuff. Here's Courtney Cox. But again, does have a really good cast in it. But I would love to hear the backstory behind this film. Was the script, did the script get changed? Was it the director being a newbie and maybe being too ambitious or not knowing what the hell he was doing? Or I would love to get like Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner, like their thoughts on this film. But I mean, it's hard to hate a film where Kurt Russell stars in it because I'm a big fan of Kurt Russell. I love Big Trouble in Little China, John Carpenter's The Thing, Stephen New York, Tango and Cash, Backdraft, Breakdown. Even Captain Ron has fun stuff in it. And Courtney Cox, of course, from the TV show Friends, and she had done Stream 2. I think Stream 3 had come out, because that was 2000, I believe. 99 2000. And then this was like 2001 when this came out, so. If I remember, these two are like con artists. And they don't rob them of stuff. Doesn't she like sleep with him and then steal his stuff? And then finds them later, and antagonistic relationship until they ultimately fall in love and they go off together. But again, that was the weird thing about this, is that it was hard to root for anybody. I mean, you liked them because you liked the actors, to be fair. But everybody is pretty much a two-time scumbag in some way, shape, or form. I guess you say Kurt Russell maybe is less of a scumbag compared to Kevin Costner. But like I say, it's not really much of characters to root for. And then the heist starting in the first third of the film, and then most of those people die. So there goes Christian Slayer, there goes David Arquette, there goes the other most of the other characters. Then you, here's isn't the kid going to steal the money here? Yeah, there you go. It's part of the con. Well, this is such a weird scene. Like, okay, a kid is watching his mom have sex, so now I'm going to go steal the stuff. It's just a weird thing. And the director helped write the film too. This International Elvis Convention, which of course gives a bit of intrigue because Kurt Russell, the last time he played Elvis was Elvis the Movie, directed by John Carpenter. I think that's what, like, when the heist is done, the movie kind of dies out and peters out. I think that's one of the big issues I had with the film, is that, you know, the opening, and you didn't know the characters, and it's like, wow, it's a stat cast, and admiring that, and the pacing isn't too shabby. Again, the scorpion fight at the beginning is very weird, just out of the blue. That'd be like, I don't know, think of a random movie. Hard Target started with Rock'em Sock'em Robots punching each other in a boxing ring. You'd be like, what the hell's going on? Then it cuts back to, oh, it's two kids playing in a toy store in New Orleans, and you're like, what the hell is this? And then here's Kevin Costner, who do like as well. Again, that's why it's hard. I'm not going to say I hate the film. I probably have said that before, being very... I think I did say the film sucks. It kind of does suck. But at the same time, I say that, but would I watch this over 100 movies that I could name that's on my worst list? I could watch this easily. Again, just to admire Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner getting to work together, which is cool. It's very cool to see these guys on screen together. Kevin Costner is having fun being a bad guy. I did like him. I liked his role, where he has this motif where he thinks he's Elvis's son, and then there's like this kind of, is he Elvis's son or not? Like this kind of motif. Like at least that's a little bit of intrigue. It makes him a bit more interesting than Kurt Russell's character. And he does play a fun bad guy. And as I said, I like Kevin Costner. The Untouchables, JFK, what was the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I haven't liked Dragonfly. A lot of people don't like Dragonfly. I like that film. It's more. It tried to bill it as like a horror film. It's not a horror film at all. Not even close. It's more of a supernatural drama. That's what I would call it. A little bit of mystery, drama, and supernatural aspects. So that's in Bokeem Woodbine, who's in this, if I remember correctly, which I don't do that often. I think he was in this like interesting, quirky film called Caught Up. That seems like your typical film, but it has enough like weird, quirky stuff in it. I think like Jeffrey Combs' character at the end, which I won't give away. So you got Bokeem Woodbine, you got David Arquette. Speaking of Stream, 1, 2, and 3, among others. I'm talking about at this point. Of course, there were more afterwards, sadly. And then you got Christian Slater, which is interesting because Christian and Kevin worked together on Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So I guess this would be the first time they worked together since then. So that's kind of cool to see them together again. Was this around? I think this is after David Arquette was the WCW champion, and then that was all a complete, utter catastrophe. Kevin takes that very, very seriously. Who said the team is down? So if you wonder what I was doing, I was listening to some of the music. Definitely quite a bit of guitar work, just like in the opening with the scorpion fight and throughout it. So I mean, it's not the worst score ever, or anything in between. And that's Howie Long? Yeah, that's Howie Long. Doesn't Ice-T come into play later in the film? I think so. I think it's Ice-T, I think. So you have Howie Long, who was in Broken Arrow. He tried to have a film of his own called Firestorm, but that didn't work out. Which I don't know if this is true, but I heard at first they wanted Sylvester Stallone for that role. And I guess people, studio heads liked Howie Long in Broken Arrow. Which I love Broken Arrow, don't get me wrong. Howie Long was fine, but there's nothing in there that made me go, oh, he's got a star in the film. And apparently, others felt the same way because no one saw Firestorm. Cool that William Forsythe's the bad guy, but it's not like, oh wow. All the stuff the kid bought from the damn Kurt's money. See, that's another aspect. I did not really care about Kurt and Courtney's relationship in this. I didn't really care about their. It's again, one's a con artist, one's a thief. Screwing each other over stuff. And I hate that kid too. Kid's a prick. And that's another, like, I don't like Courtney Cox's character. I don't like the kid characters. So when they're in danger in the third act, I'm like, good, let them die. Let those characters die. I don't care. Right, sets it again. He didn't learn anything. He's going to have his walls stolen again. He's going to have his money stolen again. There you go. At least he learned something. Good looking body there. I'll say that. There's your commercial for Snickers. I'll admit, part of me now does want a Snickers bar. I haven't had a Snickers bar in forever. I do want some Snickers. So I guess it did the job right. So they don't rob a casino in Vegas where there's a bunch of Elvis impersonators and they don't go in as impersonators. You tell the director is like trying to be very, very flashy. Like, these flashes are not needed. I get it. It's your first film. You want to prove what you can do and show off. And at times I enjoy that. Scott Spiegel, when he did films like Intruder, and it has all these weird camera angles, point of view from the telephone, point of view of a shopping cart because it takes place in a store. I find that kind of neat. Even some of the flashy stuff in Get Carter, which came out in 2000, year before this. I can enjoy the flashy stuff in that. So Flash, I don't mind per se, but like that scene there in the dressing room, he's just putting on his Elvis costume. You don't need like this stuff here, the transition. I'm even fine with the camera going 100 miles per hour and the montage of the different type of casinos, but then the little flashing stuff, like you calm down a bit on that. And I remember watching going, wait a minute, they're at the casino now, like they're doing the heist now. Okay, we're 18 minutes in. Then I'm thinking, oh, is the rest of the movie gonna be like they do the heist and then they're stuck and this Elvis convention, and they're trying to find a way to get out of the convention in a way that's convenient, and how do we do it so we don't die? No, I didn't know. Within 30 minutes it was done, and then you have a whole hour where it just kind of peters out. Like, what it sold people, what it sold people is going to be done within like 10 or so minutes. Like, this is what the whole marketing campaign sold it on. Vegas, Elvis impersonators, this zest, energetic venue for this heist, this twerky motif of everyone wearing Elvis costumes and maybe trying to pretend to be Elvis to try to fit in and all this other stuff. And again, that's what all the marketing was. So when you see it and then it's done, you're like, what the fuck? Okay. Now that part's over. What's left of the film? Oh, they're counting the money. And then Kevin Costner kills Trisha Slater and David Arquette and Bokeem Woodbine. Don't mess with Kevin Costner, I'm telling you. To be honest, I can't even remember the last Kevin Costner film I liked. I didn't see his western. It's like probably like 3 hours long, and then there's a part two, and I knew it wasn't going to do well because westerns, especially longer ones, don't usually do well nowadays, and haven't for a while. That's since the days of Unforgiven and Tombstone, maybe True Grit, maybe 310 to Yuma, but few and far in between. Criminal, I did not like. I thought that was a disappointing film. I know he did an action film, but I forgot what the hell it was called. 3 Days to a Kill or something, which I thought was like average. Like, it was watchable. See, that was cool to see Caruso give a little bit of that Elvis motif. He did do that very well. So, like, that was fun to see. But this is around the time where Kurt Russell was still, trying to be in the spotlight for a bit. Because you had Breakdown in 1997, and that was a very good film. Escape from New York, L.A. was 96 the year before. I liked Escape from L.A. It does have its issues. The special effects are very poor. I did not see Escape from New York till years later, so I did not realize how similar the two were. And at first, I liked Escape from LA more because that was the first I saw. But as time went on, I'm like, no, Escape from New York just has a better atmosphere, better mood, better villain. Just a grittier, down and dirty palette. So Escape from New York I do like better. But Escape from LA I don't hate. I liked Escape from LA. I do. It's just, now that I've seen both films, I do wish Escape from LA wasn't so similar to Escape from New York. I wish John Crepper Caruso had done a commentary on that film when they came out with the Blu-ray, because I would love to hear their thoughts and what their thinking was in making the movie. But yeah, I think that was 96. Breakdown was 97. That's a good one. Soldier, which grew on me, because I'm like, I don't know, Soldier seems kind of by the numbers, but you know what? I had fun watching Soldier again. A few years ago, I watched it. I'm like, you know what? I had fun with that. Caruso kicking ass. I wish he kicked more ass, but Caruso in a one-man army action film. I'm a sucker for one-man army movies like Commando and Rambo 2 and Missing in Action. May not be as good as those, but Soldier I had fun with. And this was what, 2001? And this didn't, like, Soldier didn't do well, this film didn't do well. I think after he did Dark Blue, which Caruso was good in it, but I wasn't really a fan of the movie. And I did like So-So Business. So yeah, they're robbing the place here. The security guard saw it, which you would think they would take out the cameras in that place. Why they didn't and why, I don't know. Like, what was their plan? Now, I'm sure the reason they have Caruso... Oh, I mean, they have Caruso separate because he does different things, but another reason is because a lot of gunfire is going to happen. I do remember being a fairly violent film with some nice blood squibs, which I do appreciate. So there's aspects of this I do appreciate it. But they have Caruso away, so yes, he's part of the group, but he's not the one killing innocent people, these security guards. He's not killing them, shooting them, murdering them. He's in fact doing this. So technically, he doesn't have blood on his hands. He kind of does because he's with the group. He said yes to it. They may not have been able to do it without him, or they probably would have just gotten someone else. Nice bat flip by that stuntman. Nice blood squib as well. I'm trying to remember, does Bokeem Woodbine die here or later? I can't remember. He may die here. Yeah, I cannot remember. So they're shooting at the guards, they're shooting up the casino. Doing a bit of slow-mo as if he's John Woo. Yeah, you tell the director's being very flashy with the direction. There's like 30 different angles he's shooting. But it almost gets confusing what the geography of everything is. It's hard to maintain, like, where are each of these bad guys at? Okay, there's Kevin Costner there. So Caruso doesn't shoot him, he just knocks him out. So he's the guy that hasn't killed anybody. Well, Bokeem Woodbine just nailing everybody who's in it, not caring who it is. Ah, they got the little Elvis. They got the midget. I say, does Bokeem Woodbine get shot here? He might. Can't remember. Like I said, the action sequence, there's a lot of squibs. I can appreciate that, but it's just done in such a too flashy. The idea is hard to maintain the choreography. Like, where is each person at? Again, They want to still have Kurosu be a somewhat character for the audience to root for, so he doesn't kill the guards. Instead, he just knocks him out or shoots the glass. Yeah, I think that guy shoots Bokeem Woodbine. There you go. Does I remember like, wait a minute, it's coming back to me a bit. Yeah, here it is. Right in the head. Yep, there you go. Good effect. I did like the blood going down the forehead. Now, for some reason, the director's trying to have a bit of shaky cam. I don't know, it's to show just how everything's going topsy turvy. It's so crazy topsy turvy that even the camera can't hold still. Yeah, I said the director, you tell, like, hey, this is my first film, so I really want to show off what I can do. And like I said, many times I could be fine with that, but sometimes it gets a little bit, I don't want to say pretentious, but obnoxious at times. Because even that, you have to do it the right way. Or maybe I'm more willing to give a leeway if I'm enjoying the story or if I'm enjoying the movie. I did like Dick Carter's very flashy, but I can enjoy that a lot more than this. See, here we are, we're like 30 minutes in and the heist is done. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell? The heist is done? That's what the whole movie was about. Like the whole trailer. And the marketing was them in these costumes and the heist in Vegas and the Elvis impersonators. I'm like, we're already done 30 minutes in? What the hell's the rest of the movie? Again, no wonder all of their marketing is about this section because it becomes, I think, the most interesting part of the movie. And then the next hour is kind of like, okay. I mean, within 10 minutes, most of those characters are going to be dead. Bokeem Woodbine is going to die in the chopper. Christian Slater and David Arquette are going to be killed by Kevin Costner. I think that's within 10 minutes. There's going to be Kurt Russell dealing with Courtney Cox and her prick kid, little dipshit kid, who I don't give a rat's fucking ass about. And then fucking Kevin Costner chasing after them. That's gonna be the rest of the fucking movie. It was interesting that he's trying so hard to say Bokeem Woodbine. Does that mean he would have killed Bokeem later? Just like he kills the others? Or maybe he likes Bokeem a bit more than the others, I don't know. And you really, Christian Slater had nothing to do in this movie. And I like Christian Slater. I love Gleaming the Cube. I think that deserves a Blu-ray in the US. Cuffs, I think it's a fairly underrated film. Heathers, another good one. Of course, like I said, he was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But he is given nothing to do in this. He's in the back. I mean, must have been an easy paycheck. I can't blame him for it. You don't have a lot of lines. You don't really have a character. You just hang around. You shoot some guns. You in a helicopter. You get killed later. Obviously, he wasn't on set as much as some, our two leads. So okay. I almost forgot the executive decision was around. Well, that was before this. There goes his body. Be careful, be like Dave Chappelle and Con Air. Land on something and then you find some info. This kid's just a prick, just breaking in and stealing everything. How about you cut yourself shaving, kid? Please. Cut yourself shaving, please. You dirtbag. Little dipshit. Just a little asshole. Yeah, fuck this kid. Not talk about the actor. You just hired to do a job. Talking about don't need no damn kid in this fucking movie. Unless you don't take on power driving through the fucking floor. That's like he's done nothing to make me like the character. And that's I blame that more on the writing. There's a little annoying twerp of a kid. I have this on for a little bit. Why not? Better be careful that you don't cough, kid. $3 million, that's a lot of money. Sorry, I'm listening to the dialogue. So Slayer finally gets something to do. Sorry, it's not much to say. It's just Tricia Slayer finally having something to do. Arguing about splitting of the money and when to go and all that stuff. Yeah, Slayer's not going to last too much longer. Ooh, there you go. And there goes Slater. So he did dealing with Kevin Costner's crazy ass. This kid's going to see that and will steal the money right then and there. Sorry, I know I was watching for a bit, so I was fairly silent there. Just listen to the music, the outro. I mean, I could see the dialogue and the subtitles, but just I hear them. I mean, this is where I'm kind of sitting there going, when I first saw this, going, where the hell is this movie going? Okay, now they're killing each other off. So now he killed Slater. Now they're going to bury him. Now Purpose Costume's going to try to kill them one by one, and oh, does he try to kill both of them, but Kurt's alive? Yeah, there you go. I think Kurt had a like bulletproof vest, I want to say. So now Coster hit a damn coyote and gets into a car crash, and he's saying, where the hell is this movie going? I mean, maybe you say that's a good thing, that you could say it's less predictable, and is that a bad thing? So I guess I could give you that, but at the same time, I'm sitting there going, huh? Yeah, I think he has a bulletproof vest. Because he didn't shoot Pritchard Slayer in the head. Of course, Hyaron at his last chance. And of course, the money's gone. And he thinks Costner took it, but it'd be fine with the kid who took it. Good smart decision to have a bulletproof vest. I would keep the vest on. I mean, I know 2 have been used, but I would like keep it. So then the rest of the movie is going to be Kurt Russell trying to deal with these folks about the money and all this other stuff. And this is especially when the film just peters out. It petered out to me. I know there's a few people that liked it, but I would not be surprised if I'm the only one. I'm not the only one that felt that way. And this is really a film you don't really hear anybody talk about. But to be, for good reason. Like I say, it's not the worst movie. I don't want to make it sound like it's the worst movie ever. I just remember it being a very disappointing film. With this cast and all the people you had in this cast. It gets a 6.0 on IMDb, so there's some people that liked it, of course. Cool. And this director, what else did he do? Look. I guess he's done a lot of short films and he did Venus and Vega in 2010, 9 years after this. Discover the Gift, a bunch of short films, part of a TV series called Payday, more short films. So, yeah, obviously, Dan Klein, Path to Success, Money Ripples, whatever the hell this stuff is. When the film finished shooting, Kevin Costner and Kurt Russell disagreed about the way the film should feel. The studio let both stars edit their own versions, which were then shown to test audiences. Russell's cut was more comedy-oriented and focused on his character's relationship with Courtney Cox. Kevin Costner's was more action-oriented. Okay, so which cut was released? I guess try to be a melding of the two. Well, I guess really this feels more action than comedy. Prior to the film's opening, Warner Brothers released... Actually, let me look at this other stuff real quick. The head of the studio behind the picture, Samaha, was successfully sued by his German finance partner, Barry, in 2004 for fraudulently padding the budgets of the films he was producing. His company, Entertainment, was paying a percentage for the films based on the budgets. It is believed, due to Samaha's deception, that Barry may have paid $100 million more than he had to. The lawsuit ended up closing Franchise Pictures, who released this. Apparently, during filming in Vancouver, Caruso visited the nearby set of Stargate SG-1 and met the cast. And of course, he was in the movie Stargate. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but that'd be pretty cool if that was really the case. Let's see. So I'm looking through. Caruso and Kevin Costner both had played Wyatt Earp. Yeah, that's true. Prior to the film's opening, Warner Bros. Released a series of animated prequels voiced by the Elvis impersonators from the film. The Road to Graceland prequels marked the first time a major film's cast members contributed their talents to the creation of original internet content for a film website. Many scenes were edited due to extreme violence. Let's see, it came out 2001. It made $18.7 million against a $47 million budget. While the premise sounds promising, the movie turns out to be a tedious and unnecessarily violent heist movie that's low on laughs and leaves no cliche unturned. Yeah, the movie, like the trailer made it seem like it was going to be much like funnier, wittier film, and yeah, nothing about it was funny. So as a comedy, it definitely failed. And here you go, you got Kevin Pollak and Thomas Hayden Church as U.S. Marshals. Chris Thomas Hayden Church, who was on the TV show Wings, he was in George of the Jungle, Spider-Man 3. You got Kevin Pollak, who was in the Arnold film End of Days. He was in A Few Good Men. He was in that Beverly Hills Cop TV pilot that I saw recently, which I could not upload on here because that's not supposed to exist. So I put it on Odysee, which that channel is in the info box. I guess that scorpion motif at the end, and then this guy has a belt buckle that's much like a scorpion. I'm sure not. Now we're at Kurt Russell dealing with Courtney Cox and her prick kid. We got Kevin Costner kind of just meandering around, going from random place to random place, shooting up stuff. Which, I mean, maybe that's not too bad of a thing. Like I said, this is where just the movie got less and less and less interesting as it went along, at least for me. So yeah, Kevin Pollak and Thomas Zane Church talking to the guy that beat up, guy's nose broken. But I say they don't really, even these guys don't really have a whole lot of room to really showcase their comedic talents. At least compared to other stuff in other movies. So that's what I mean, like, even they don't have a whole lot to showcase. Yeah, I'm sure you would, lady. I just go sit on my face, sit on his face, and sit on everybody else's face. Decent explosion. I mean, it's a really good explosion. I'll give you that. It's a nice pyrotechnics there. And that's the thing, like, the second half of this movie, Kevin Costner is a little bit more having fun. He's just going around blowing up stuff, killing people, shooting them with bow and arrows, while Caruso's dealing with this domestic dispute BS with Courtney Cox and this little retarded kid. And I'm talking about the character, not the actor, folks. Don't give a fuck about this kid. Don't give a fuck about Courtney Cox. At least not in this movie. Don't give a shit about her. Just a con artist, two-faced bitch. The character, that is. And Caruso's just, to me, just, other than complaining about Courtney Cox, complaining about, He just doesn't have a whole lot to shine in the second half of this. Even the third act, he gets wounded and then he gets rushed off, and hell, Jack Bird had more to do in the third act of Pedro Luchon, and he got his ass knocked out by a goddamn boulder or whatever the hell it was that landed on him. Rocks. And even he had more to do at the end than Kurt has in this. The hell happened to that lady? Is she in the back or something? Or sucking his dick? Maybe sucking dick. I don't know. Can't remember. Is she still in the car? Is her head going to rise up? That's an obviously fake backdrop. Ah, there you go. God, that bad green screen or whatever in the backdrop. You could tell they're in a studio. I know it's 2001, but still, I've seen films from the 50s. Okay, why you don't kiss a girl who sucked your dick? Bubblegum or not? You still kiss a girl that was sucking the semen out of your pee hole. Bubblegum or not, I ain't kissing someone after that. Some people do. I'm not a snowballer, as I learned from Clerks. Not for me. Sorry. And she just hightailed it with a damn biker. Okay. Again, for those who like the film, that's fine. Again, I'm not saying this is the worst film ever. It's not the worst film of the 2000s. It's not the worst film of Kurt Russell's career. I mean, I think there's better films he's done, but it's not the worst. I'd be curious what I think is the worst Kurt Russell film. I mean, I'd rather watch this than Tequila Sunrise, because Tequila Sunrise I think is completely boring. This, I can at least have a little bit of fun with Kevin Costner and the recognizable cast, and let's see. Used Car. I mean, I'm talking about the films I've seen. Used Cars I would put above this. Stephen New York, The Thing, Big Trouble in China, Tango and Cash, Backdraft, Unlawful Entry I would put above this. Captain Ron. I would rather watch Captain Ron than this. Tombstone, Stargate, Stay from LA, Breakdown, Soldier. Okay, I'd rather watch this than Executive Decision. I'll give you that. I'd rather watch this film than Executive Decision, which that's a boring as hell film. At least this film knew to be less than 90 minutes, which I'm sure that was not the first intention. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff cut out. I like Death Proof. I don't mind Sky High. I'll put that above this. Dark Blue, I'd probably put above this just because Kurt Russell has a lot more of a stronger performance than that. He has more to do. Furious 7. Would I rather watch this or Furious 7? Probably this, because Furious 7 is such a weird motif, because that's when Paul Walker passed away, so he's trying to like work around that. Just a very weird feeling. I would say Poseidon is worse than this. I do not like Poseidon. So I'd rather watch this over Poseidon. I'd rather watch this over Furious 7 or Executive Decision. I liked the first Christmas Chronicles. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he had a big role. I liked that more than this. Christmas Chronicles I would put above this. Bone Tomahawk, I would put above this. I have issues with that film, but I do think it's better than this movie. Uh, what was the one I was looking at? I was just like, there's going to be another Smurfs movie? And apparently he's going to have a voice in it? What? Okay. Hateful Eight. People don't get mad. I'd rather watch this than Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight I found very hard to watch. I love Tarantino, but I do not like the Hateful Eight. And this family, look what kind of mom character this is. She stole a car, left her kid behind. Like, oh well, I don't care about my kid. I just, even she thought the kid was a prick. Left him. Guess I can't blame her. I would leave the kid as well. Thomas Hayden Church and Kevin Pollak. It's interesting to have them as U.S. Marshals, but I don't think their dialogue really is that funny, or that witty, or that, like, they don't really get an opportunity to have a big fun banter back and forth. Didn't Caruso dealing with his domestic dispute BS with two-time Cordy Cox? Well, Thomas Hayden Church finally got a chance to have a little bit of fun with the role. At least there's that. I mean, at least there's actors I do like and enjoy, so that's makes it easier to watch. So again, it's Russell dealing with this domestic BS. It's Costner just killing people or blowing people up. That's pretty, or blowing buildings up. That's pretty much his whole thing, and that's why Kevin Costner just seems like the more fun story to follow, just because of the action. For some reason, the cop decides to be a six-shooter with his gun for some reason. Like, he pulls out a gun and twirls it like he's a damn Western hero. For what? What? He does it. Okay. Says you want to show off. I got my guns here too. So did he know already that this Kevin had a gun and that's why he was doing the thing? Cop's an idiot. Doesn't call for backup. Doesn't get in his car. Thinks he's Clint Eastwood. The only relation he has to John Wayne is they're both dead. What an idiot. What a dumbass, moron, dumbass. Yeah, kill him for being an idiot. Yeah, there's a lot of like transitions. It seems like there's a lot of stuff that you could tell this film was. Apparently, there were two edits of the film. This film got re-edited to hell and high water, and that's why, especially the second half, has this weird flow to it. Like Costner kills a cop, then all of a sudden there's John Lovitz, and then Costner's gonna be here soon with the bow and arrow to John Lovitz. Kurt has to hang out with this turd in the wind kid. The idea of a fuck all rat's ass about. That's what I mean. Like, Kurt's character is like, oh, I get to deal with two-timing Courtney Cox who's unlikable as fuck, and then this little twerp kid who's unlikable as fuck. It's not as bad as you make it out to be. I'm just saying I don't like them. Just don't give a shit about them. These characters. Like, Kurt's gotta deal with the fucking kid from Problem Child in the midst of all this bullshit. Or Dutch. Remember that movie? But Dutch was funnier. Kurt should pull that kid out and body slam through the fucking sidewalk. Just take the kid out, body slam through that fucking window back there, leave his ass for grass, and get the fuck out of Dodge. We'll let that kid fucking in the middle of a field. Now here's Kevin Costner. I already forgot how Costner found out about this place. I forgot. I know it explained. I'm sure it explained it. I forgot how the hell he got here. Oh, the cleanliness next to godliness. That card Courtney Cox found. Obviously, Kevin Costner would know about this as well. Pretty much Costner's gonna... Can't remember. I know he has the bow and arrow. Does he kill John Lovitz? I know he shoots to warn him. You crazy? Probably. I mean, I would say for me, Kevin Costner's my favorite thing about the film. Again, I know I've been ratting on the film, but they do have positives. Number one, it's a short film. If it's a film you like or dislike, well, it's a film you like. Hopefully it's longer, if done well. But if it's going to be a film that's not great, at least be short. I mean, we have 18 minutes left of the film, so that's a positive. The stacked cast. Everywhere you look, there's a recognizable face. That's kind of cool to see, at least for me, who grew up in this time period with these actors. So that's cool. Like, it's hard to completely hate a film starring Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner. Two actors I do enjoy. And, this is the first time he got to shoot a bow and arrow since Robin Hood. He gonna miss next time. Better do what the man says. I mean, yeah, I think we have 16 minutes left of the film. You don't have about 4 minutes of end credits. So that's 12 minutes. You don't have like a 5-minute action scene, at least. Because I think that's when Ice-T comes into play and Howie Long comes back. So, probably gonna be pretty... Yeah. As for me, like, I remember, like, I keep repeating myself. After the first third of the film, I'm like, the movie just petered out. Again, the trailer marketed a much different movie. This heist movie in Vegas. 30 minutes, you're out of it. Now it's this whole pissant thing. Just Costner kills a random highway patrolman and who thinks again he's Clint Eastwood. Messing around with John Lovitz. Croats were running around trying to follow Courtney Cox with this little dickhead kid around. I mean, is that really entertaining? Is that really fun? Not to me. A lot of money there. Sorry, just Kevin doing that, behind the girl. I forgot about that. That's kind of funny. The hell kind of questionnaire is this? Huh. Never. I forgot that Kevin Costner did a damn questionnaire on masturbatory habits. So he doesn't want to be with a man, but he's had rough stuff with a man. Was that in prison, or was that when he was a kid, or I mean, that right there tells a bit of details to the psyche of this guy. That maybe he has a masculine complex where he needs to showcase how much of a man he is by these violent acts because it was taken away from him at some point. Perhaps R to the A to the P to the E to the D had happened to him. Rape. I'm like, who cares if Courtney Cox's character lives or dies? I think this is where we find out John Lovitz is dead. I think. Is he in like one of these coffins, or is he just in the back? Well, I say coffins. I mean, if there's a man-sized one, he'll be in there. Don't go in the back. Yeah, we only have like 11 minutes of the film. So those 11 minutes, that means we got the end credits, we got one last action scene, and then we got whatever the hell this whole stuff that I forgot about. Yep, there's John Lovitz. Damn pincushion. And there's a girl dead. You see her arm there. Trying to do the cop show up here. Yeah, I'm just trying to vaguely remember what the hell happens. Because this is when we should be rushing to the finale, like building up to something. And you don't really feel anything building up. Like, this feels like a scene that should be with like 30 minutes left of the film, not 10 minutes with end credits. And that's what I mean, it just has a weird off feeling to it. It really does. I guess he put like corny cots in the trunk or something, and I don't really know why. I mean, I guess for a hostage, but he's never really been known to take hostages before. He let the one girl go, and she seemed willing to be with him, sucked in his dick. Now we're getting these weird flashbacks just to be more flat. Was to show Kevin Pollock's mind working. And I don't really get a sense of camaraderie between these two, Kurt and the kid. I really do not. Yes, that's exactly what we should do, kid, with your mom possibly in danger, wearing hats and smoking. You know, it's only your mom in danger. But hey, what do I know? Not saying I want him crying incessantly, but a little bit more worried. Granted, the mom abandoned him, so the two are made for each other. Like, here we are, 8 minutes left, and it's like, this is something that should be like maybe halfway through the film or something like that. Like, this type of bonding between the two. You try to smoke? Hey, you're a bit too young for that? You puked. Did I get the right copy of the... Maybe this copy screwed up. Maybe they're... I don't know. Maybe this copy screwed up. Okay, we don't need these flashes when he's talking on the phone, man. Hmm. Okay. So Caruso got arrested. Pause at 1:22:55. Let me see them real quick. Yeah, the copy I had with the film apparently is really screwed up because it cut a piece of the film off. So no wonder. People are like, what the hell are you talking about? It's not that short of a film. Because the copy I have, I found online, cut a piece of the damn film off. Well, that's my fault. Yeah, it's a 2-hour movie. But the copy I found is only 90 minutes. So there's really half an hour left. No wonder I was like, See, that's how little I remember the damn film. Okay, I'm thinking, oh man, yeah, it's 90 minutes. Cool. Shows how little I remember the damn movie. So that's 30 minutes of the film. I don't even. Uh, shit. Sorry, I'm sure. Well, there you go. That shows how little I remember the damn film. You find a copy, you're watching, and it's like, yeah, it's 2 hours and 4 minutes. So forget where the hell I said. Okay, there's a copy on YouTube. Why the hell did I just find that? Damn it. So some upload to YouTube. Well, there you go. Okay. So the copy on YouTube by Hella Broke Bro. Sorry, folks, if you want to be on there. Is 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 23 seconds. We're Kurt in jail. So again, Hella Broke Bro. 3,000 Miles to Graceland 2001. You just go on YouTube. 2 hours and 4 minutes, 41 seconds. YouTube channel HELLABROKEBRO. It's been up for 2 years, so I guess they care so little about this film. Whole damn film. I didn't know it was uploaded on YouTube. There was another site I watched stuff. 1 hour, 22 minutes, 23 seconds, 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Fuck. There's a 30 minutes left of this movie. That's how long I've seen this film. I forgot how long this damn movie was. I didn't realize there was 30 minutes left of the damn film. So I take back what I said about it being short. Yeah, I'm going to leave that in because this is my own screw up and people can laugh. My own fuck up. My own screw up. So I mean, maybe it's just me not wanting to look into harder. Like, oh, it's an hour 20 some minutes. Just that's what the link said. It was me fooling myself and hoping that. God damn. So they're both in jail now, and they're both talking, and there's 30 minutes left of this damn movie, and I was hoping. I'm gonna put a text to that at the beginning of this video. Hey, give people a laugh. I'm fine with that. As it went on, I'm like, wait a minute, there's only 10 minutes left of this film? Just like I said, I saw the film, and the beginning is what I remembered. Vague hints of the second half. And this is why it is. Some bitch. Shit, now is coming back to me watching scenes like this. And another thing I remember not liking was Kevin Costner and Caruso didn't have a whole lot of dialogue together. Like a little bit at the beginning, and then this here in the jail cell. Like I said, Kurt and Kevin seem like they work well together. That's why I wanted to see more of that. Two actors on that respective level. That's why he's like, you got these two actors, and let's not give them a whole lot of screen time together. Instead, all these extraneous scenes I gave a rat's ass about so much that I forgot most of it. Most of this crap here, forgot about. The stupid stuff with the kid and all this other stuff, man. Him getting bail here. Guess the kid got him bail or something, I'm assuming. They give a rat's ass about. Yeah, I forgot how long this damn movie was. I guess I didn't want to. I should have looked it up before I did the damn commentary. I know, that's my fault. Maybe it's just me thinking, oh yeah, I remember when I liked the film, so yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be, obviously not. And so Coster's now talking to Howie Long on the phone. The movie just, again. Here I am, like, praising, and it was a false praise, it was a false hope. I psyched myself up with false hope. Does the damn link I had lie to me and said it was an hour and 29 minutes? Because my brain literally neuralized that it was a 2 hour, 5 minute movie. No wonder. Another reason why I didn't like the film. I forgot about that. Shit. Damn it, man. 2 hours and 5 minutes, man. Some bitch. Some bitch. Like, come on, man. That's a piece of the coyote he hit. Long, way, way earlier in the film. Think you don't find a dead body in there. Well, she's alive. Again, why Kevin Costner left her alive, I don't know for certain. Didn't really seem to make sense to me. Again, why do I care about Corny Cots' character? You left your damn kid with a total stranger. So now Corey tries talking with Kurt Russell that I give a rat's ass about her explanation. Just say I'm a two-timing hoe, and I know I left my kid with you, and I'm a bad mother, and get some juicy fruit, and whatever the fuck else she wants to say. That's what I mean. Like, she's an unlikable, unrelatable character that I have no reason to root for. And just this stuff between him and the kid and Courtney, I'm sorry, I just do not find that interesting. I'm not that invested in it. I don't really care about the chemistry between the characters. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot left on the. Well, I don't know, it's a 2 hour and 5 minute movie. Well, I mean, that doesn't matter. There could still be a lot left on the cutting room floor. And now that I realize it's 3 minutes longer than I remember it was. Some bitch. Now where the hell's Costner at? This old guy. Walla Walla, what the hell he's a fan of. Here's the director again, trying to be like, this doesn't need all this flashy stuff. They're just going to a motel and hiding money. You know, like come on, dude. You're trying a bit too hard here at this point. My son, bitch. Sorry, I've got to run out of steam. I was like, oh, we're almost over with the film. No, we got 30 damn minutes left. Dude, he don't care about your pastime, man. Watch, he's gonna kill your ass. Yep, there you go. There you go. That's right. Cars are just go around just killing people, and having fun with that. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say, man. I'm sorry, I'm being very boring right now because I don't know what the hell else I have to say about this damn movie. I'm just repeating myself. Caruso, Courtney Cox, I don't really care about the relationship. I do not at all. I can see what they mean by if Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner had these two edits, it does feel like two movies competing with each other. It's the robber trying to find a little bit of humanity, perhaps, in this relationship between Courtney Cox and the kid trying to have a little bit of a father figure that he never had or hasn't had in the longest time. Then mixed with Kevin Costner just on this rampage, trying to get back what he needs, just going around having fun killing people. And the latter is more fun, but it's hindered by the former, which I just don't buy this relationship or anything. I just don't care. I really do not care. Curse, how convenient timing. As soon as they part ways, Costner finds them and goes after them. Always that bad luck, ain't it? True to form. Got an amusement park nearby. Can I go on the amusement park rides instead of watching this damn movie? And yeah, that's the thing. Like, Kurosaw's in this domestic drama wannabe comedy, and Kevin Costner's in this action film. And it does feel like two. It feels like this car chase. Two films just bumping each other, trying to merge together, not quite doing it, at least for me. That's a pretty decent stunt. The car being steered up and driving with this damn ridge right in between. Not bad stunt work. I give credit to that. Ooh, right in the stomach. There you go. Or Kurt's trying to get his boat. Go get that boat. Get the hell out of this movie. Go into a better movie. I tear like I wanted to see the movie that was the first 30 minutes, and that's what was advertised, heavily advertised. The posters wearing the Elvis costumes, the trailers. Like the trailer, most of the trailer is those first 30 minutes. Most of it, not all, most of it though. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why. Good, Costner smacking the hell out of that kid. Mm. I mean, I can't really blame Carusso's nonchalant way of dealing with this because of what he's been through and what these folks have put him through and what her behavior's been. So I can't really blame Caruso, his character's thought process on this. Again, like, we didn't need that quick bit of this slow mo, but it's not just slow mo, but this kind of shutter speed of just him hanging around a pier. Here's Ice-T. Yep, it is Ice-T. At least I got that right. I got the running time wrong, but at least I got there was Ice-T. I just one of these, like, I didn't want to look up too much about the film, kind of get by more of an honest reaction. So we got our standoff here. Of course, it gotta be in this factory area. So many action films you gotta have it in the factory. Because if it's abandoned or you just fix it up, then you can do whatever you want. Sparks, wide open environment to have a bunch of folks, good and bad guys in there. Room to hide, be chased, do the chasing, all that stuff. Be enclosed so that way you can film day or night and won't matter. Because you could take whatever few windows and block them out or change them however you want to do it. And that's the thing, you have this big action sequence and your lead star has nothing to do with it. It's another thing that was weird because he gets shot. Of course, we know bulletproof vest just like he did earlier in the film. And then the whole sequence is your star, nothing to do with it. No fist fight, no action, no fighting the other bad guys, shootouts. It's just he's out of the picture, and then it's just SWAT team that or people you don't know face off against these bad guys. Ice-T we just met less than 5 minutes ago. I mean, Ice-T's really given not much to do. He came in one scene here. He's here as well. I see he doesn't have a whole lot to do in this. Of course, with Kevin, he's gonna go out in a blaze of glory. That's the way it is, at least for his mentality. Of course, once again, he's got his bulletproof vest. And there's your lead guy out of the entire action finale scene, which just a weird notion. And I don't like these like slow-mo shutter speed effects that it does from time to time. It's not just slow-mo, but it's just blurry as well, making it blurry. Yeah, Kevin Costner gets a pretty good body count during this scene. Oh, and he taking the bullet from. The idea is, at this point, Costner just definitely knows he's not going to make it out of here. So he's, why not? Here, take the kid. He knows it's going to be his last stand, so he's going to make it as worthwhile as possible. Again, if there's one that I do like Kevin Costner in the film. I think for what he was given, they said that slow shutter speed is just weird. This felt like such a stupid idea for Ice-T to do. Let's go out in the open and upside down, because look how cool I am. Now, he does kill a couple people, but lo and behold, yeah, when you're right there in the open with no cover, lo and behold, people are going to shoot you and get you. Again, for the action sequence, it's like, okay, Kevin Costner's getting a good body count, but again, you have Ice-T doing stupid decisions like, I'm gonna go upside down because I saw this in a movie, and okay, I got a couple people, but lo and behold, no cover, no body armor, and get hit and killed. Kevin Costner definitely got some firepower, blowing up as much as he can. So you get some nice pyrotechnics there. If you don't go down in blaze of glory, this is the way to do it. You don't try to take as many down as you can. And then your lead star, your lead actor, Kurt Russell, is nowhere to be found. Because he's taken out. It just... And not like in a William freaking way to live and die in L.A. There's a different way. And of course, you know, he's a big into Elvis. He thinks maybe he's Elvis's kid, so lo and behold, he's going to die on the bathroom floor, just like Elvis died on the bathroom floor. And do it my way. And he could put the gun down and be arrested, but he's like, nah, that's not the case. I mean, interesting to see Kevin Pollak and Thomas Hayden Church with guns. That's not something you typically see, these two guys. So it's definitely unique casting, these two as U.S. Marshals, but... There you go. It's funny, that laser is on Kevin's face, but there's no bullets going to his face. It's like, who's the guy operating that laser to his face? What are they doing? Hey, you don't have a death scene? Spasm. Spasm out. He did it his way. Now it looks like he's got a bullet in his head. After the fact. Definitely got into a bloody mess. Well, yeah. Our job is done. Not much else to do or say here. There you go. And here we find out that Kurt Russell is alive. He has his bulletproof vest that we saw earlier in the film. There you go. Don't care. Don't care about anybody. Well, then Kevin Costner's character was interesting, but I mean, you know what I mean. Good that your lead character misses the whole entire finale action sequence. Yeah, more than likely, unless someone requests a review of this film in the future, I will never see the film again. Especially now, remembering, I didn't remember the movie. It told me that it was over 2 hours long. Jesus, over long as hell. Get some cervezas. This kid's like, nah, this whole thing here, not really for me. Let's just get rid of that. Of course, Graceland. Why would it not be called Graceland? Of course. Finally, it's over. Great cast. I mean, it's a hell of a cast. I don't know, maybe Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner. Maybe they thought this was going to be like a Quentin Tarantino type of movie, Pulp Fiction type of film, which had his violence in it, but they didn't think it'd be this. And then, okay, now you have Kurt Russell singing or pretending to sing as Elvis. Bit of Costner dancing. I know there are people that like the film. That's cool. Teach their own. I mean, it's not the worst film ever. The cast definitely pulls as much of the horse and carriage. Yes, I do mean even the horse themselves and the carriage. Pull all the whole bitch as far as they can with it. You know, Kurt Russell is Kurt Russell. It was always great to see him. Kevin Costner, I would say, for me, is the most interesting person in the movie, character-wise. Courtney Cox, I don't mind the actress. Just a very two-faced, unlikable lady. Christian Slater, not given much to do except the one dialogue he has with Kevin Costner before he dies. Anybody could have played his role. Kevin Pollak and Thomas Hayden Church as the U.S. Marshals. Very, very teeny bit you get to see potential banter there with each other, but they're for the most part playing it just straight. David Arquette, being David Arquette, he's not in the film long enough to really give much of any other thoughts. John Lovitz is there to be scared and die. Bokeem Woodbine's there to goof around a bit and die. Ice-T's there to shoot a couple people and die. Howie Long is Howie Long. Yeah, take that for what you will. It is what it is. It's not my favorite. It's not my cup of tea. A lot of issues I have with the film. Like I said, it's not my favorite. Not by a long shot. I think it blew its load in the first 30 minutes. That's the way I would put it. In the first 30 minutes, it blew its load. And then the next 90 minutes, it peters out. Either this very boring drama comedy that wasn't that funny between Kurt and this kid and his two-faced mom. Kevin just goes around killing, not quite randomly, but he's like, let's blow up this gas station. Let's have this girl suck me off. Let's have this guy think he's Clint Eastwood and have a standoff. And then let's elongate for 90 minutes of that, and not much of Kevin and Kurt getting back and forth banter with each other, which the little bits you saw potential. And have a whole action finale where your lead star is not even a part of it. Which again is a bit strange. So, yeah. People love it, that's fine. I'm not one of them. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.